Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Mathsnatic, where you are learning the easy way towards algebra. And you know that we were doing exercise 2.2 of this book. You are very well aware of this book now, and we have already completed two questions from this exercise 2.2, and we'll be starting from question number 3 today. uh, as previous, the questions are very easy, but we have to emphasize on the what the text has been given to you and what has been asked to you. Work out now the question number 3. Exercise 2.2 is still there, and question number 3. Okay. Now, what is the question here over here? Work out the value of y in each of the formula. Work out the value of y. I am not writing the whole sentence. Value of y. We have to find the value of y. This is small y, and when we have to find the value of y, the four options are also given. What are the four options that are given? Now these are given when x is equal to 0, when x is equal to how much? When x is equal to 3, and when x is equal to when x is equal to 4, when x is equal to 50, 10, and x is equal to 10, and for 5 x is equal to 50. Now these five values are given. We have to find y in our coming parts. When x is equal to 0, x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4, x is equal to 0, x is equal to 10. Instead, x is equal to 10 and x is equal to 15. Now first part, what is given is part A. Now we start with part A, and you see that y is equal to 4x is given. Y is equal to 4x is given. Now we have to manipulate each and every value after one another. Each and every value after one another, and we have to find the value of corresponding y for each given value of x. Now for question number 1, part number 1, y is equal to 4 multiplied by 0. Now 4 multiplied by 0, what does it will give? Anything multiplied with 0 is 0. So the first value of x, which is 0, the corresponding value of y is also 0. Now there are two ways of writing this coordinate over here. You remember that we draw a table in our examples like this. Now this was x, this was y, and how many values are given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will further divide this table into 5 equal 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let me make it a little shorter. Okay. Now what happened over here, that when the x was given 0, the corresponding value of y became 0. Now what is the use of these table, and where we have to manipulate these values? I'll tell you. Don't worry. Now, for the value of 3. Now this is the value 3 and you just put this value over 3 here and see what we get. And see what we get over here is part 2, 3. Manipulated 3 instead of x, so it will become 12. So it will become 12. Similarly, going ahead, this is part 3 and part 3 is x is equal to 4. So y 4 multiplied 4 is equal to 16. Now when x is equal to 4, the corresponding value is 16. Similarly, for 10, the value be 10 multiplied by 4. Simply the same procedure you have to adopt is you will write 10 instead of 4 over here, then you will get 40. Let me do it, that you must not be confused. Y is equal to 4x, that is equal to 4 multiplied by 10, that is equal to 40. Now you see, when it was 10, it is 40. And for the last value 50, and 50 multiplied by 4 is 200. Now these are the corresponding values which we got here. Now what I told you in that very example, that these are the values of linear graph. Now I will tell you the hint of the linear graph. Suppose we have the quadrants, first quadrant, second, third and fourth quadrant, and this is origin 0, this is x, this is x minus or x dash, y or my y minus or y dash. Now if I manipulate this value over here, it will become right on the axis. It will become right on the axis. Right on the axis. And if we proceed further, now you see, let me make some divisions over here to let me facilitate myself. So suppose it is 3. Now it is 3 and it is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Now suppose that this comes over here and 4 for 16 is come over here and 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 10 for here and 50. Let me do it like that. This is 50. This is just a supposition. When you do it on your graph paper, it will be a very precise one. Now this is 50 and 200 is a little apart from here. And if you draw a line, it will meet all the points and you see that this is a linear graph. Now this was the example of the linear graph which we have already done. This is a little rough sketch. So dear students, notice that how we came across to the different values of x and corresponding values of y in the first example, and that was a. Here we were given the values of x 0, 3, 4, 10 and 50, and we found the values of corresponding y, that was 0, 12, 16, 40 and 200. And if we manipulate this in a simple linear graph, you know that here we got a point here, here, here and here. This was a straight line, uh, just a rough, and if I rub one line from here, this was a straight line. So proceeding towards, I may tell you that you don't have to write it like this, you don't have to draw the graph as well, but this was to let you understand that how these values are being manipulated in the graph section. Now, next part is E. Y is equal to x square. Now, the same values are given. Now, we will find the corresponding values of y for this part. See how we find them. Now, for the first value, x is equal to 0, when 0 raised to power 2 is equal to 0. We come across the value of y, that is 0, for the value of x. Now, what for 3? Now, you see that 3 raised to power square, 3 raised to power square, or you can do it like this, is equal to 9. Now, it is 9 over here. And similarly, you will find all the values of y, corresponding y. Let me say corresponding y, that 4 is equal to square and 16, and for 10 it is 100, and for 50 it is, what is it, 2500. Now you see that the corresponding values came as 16, 100 and 2500. So you will carry on with these questions, and I'll be doing some more parts from here. Let me do part number F now. It is a little different part. Y is equal to 100 divided by x. Don't forget the values of x. So the first value of 100, that is for x is equal to 0. What will the value of y? Now you have to divide it with 0, because the first value was 0. Now one thing, you see, if I got 100 and I divided by 100, what is the outcome? That is equal to 1. Now you see what I am writing over here. 100 divided by 25, 4. You see that when the denominator is decreasing, the outcome is increasing. One more example. 250, 100 divided by 1, 100. You see that for each decrease in the denominator, the outcome is increasing. And when we decrease it so much so that it becomes 100 divided by 0. Now what will happen over here? 100 divided by 0 or anything divided by 0. Let me do in this way. n divided by 0, what will happen then? What will happen then? That it will be so much increased. The outcome will be so much increased that it will jump up to infinity. Now anything which is divided by 0 will jump up to infinity. Now the first value will be infinity. And for the second value was 3. That was 100 divided by 3. That will become 33.33. For 4, 100 divided by 4, that is equal to 25. And for 10, it will become 10. And for 50, it will become 2. Now these are the corresponding values: infinity, 33.33, 25, 10, and 20. You see that it is increasing now. It is increasing. It started from 0. And it is it has been increased till 50. Inversely to this, I I in I decreased these values, the outcome was increasing. You see, the outcome was increasing. Now if you decrease this value, if you increase this value, we have increased it from 0 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 10, 10 to 50. The outcome is decreasing eventually. It becomes from infinity to 2. Part H, that is y is equal to 2x plus 2. Y is equal to 2x plus 2 and minus 10. Now for the first value of x, here it is 0, 0 plus 2 minus 10. Solving the bracket first, we will get 2 from here, and multiplied by 2 is 4. 2 multiplied 2 is 4, and minus 10 is minus 6. Second value is 3. Now it is very easy again. Value is 3. 3 plus 2 minus 10. That is equal to, solving the bracket first, that is 5 minus, now it will become 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. For 4, when x is equal to 4, what will we get? 4 plus 2 minus 10. 2, 6 minus 10, 12 minus 10, that is equal to 2. And similarly, you will do the last one also. One last part I am going to do it for you is, what is the part? Part number is I. Part number is I. And I am going to quickly go through this part as well. Now this is, you see that this is cube over here. Now when x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 0, what will happen here? Now this is 0 and 0 multiplied by 3 or anything is 0. Now y is 0. For second is 3, that is equal to 3 cube. Now 3 cube is how much? 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 3 times 81, I suppose. Now that is 81. For y is equal to 4, or when y is equal to 4, now it will become like this. I expand. One question for you. 16, 64, 64 multiplied by 3. 64 multiplied by 3 is equal to 192. So, dear students, and for 50 you can also do it in this way. Now we'll proceed to question number 4. Now question number 4 says that a sandwich cost $3 and a drink cost $2. Write an expression to show the total cost of buying X sandwiches and Y drinks. X sandwiches. Now I'll write some of the things over here. That sandwich, let me do it from this side. A sandwich is $3 and drink is $2. Now write an expression to show the total cost of buying X sandwiches and Y drinks. Now we have to, now the part A says we have to write the expression of X sandwiches and Y drinks. X sandwiches and Y drinks, the total cost of X sandwiches, total cost of X sandwiches and Y drinks. Now this is part A. First of all, what we have to do is we have to construct an expression that will cover the total cost of X sandwiches and Y drinks in terms of these costs. Now sandwiches cost $3, drink cost $2. Then according to this statement, total cost of X sandwiches and Y drinks. Now since the cost of sandwiches is $3, so 3 and the X, total cost of sandwiches. Now sandwiches cost $3, so total cost of sandwiches in terms of X will be 3X, and total cost of drinks in terms of Y will be 2Y. Now we have come up with an expression. Now this is the total cost if we buy one piece each. If we buy one piece each. That means one sandwich and one drink, that will cost us $5. We have to manipulate one over here, one over here. Then what will come up with the total cost of $5. And part B. Now I have to write part B as well over here. We'll do it simultaneously. The total cost of egg sandwiches and white drinks was the first, and find the total cost of find the total cost of. Now there are again three parts given. Now the total cost of egg sandwiches and white drinks we have already found. Now we have to find in the B part. Now this is finished. We in the B part, but we have to find the total cost of number one. Number one is 4 sandwiches and 3 drinks. 4 sandwiches and 3 drinks. And 3 drinks. Now X stands for sandwiches, Y stands for drink. What we have to do is only we have to manipulate 3 sandwiches for. Now this is dollar, this is quantity, plus dollar again and quantity again. Now this is the total cost TC, that is equal to 12 plus 6, that is equal to $18. 18. 3 4 times 12, 3 4 times 12 and 6, that will become $18, and you have to write the unit also. Total cost is $18. Now the second part, 20 sandwiches and 20 drinks. 20 sandwiches and 20 drinks. Similarly, what will we have to do is we have to write total cost, that is equal to $3 for one, and the quantity which is given 20 plus again the dollars, and the quantity is again 20 over here. So this will become 60 plus 40, and that is equal to $100. So similarly, the third part is just like this one. Now the last part is 100 sandwiches and 25 drinks. 100 sandwiches and 25 drinks. Total cost is equal to $3, 100 sandwiches and 25 drinks. $100 sandwiches and 25 drinks. Now it will become 300 plus 50. It will become $350. $350. So dear students, there are still two questions left behind, but due to time constraint, we are finishing this lecture today, and I hope that you are understanding well, uh, and be able to carry on with yourself. So we'll be doing inshallah 5th and 6th question in our next session. So it's time to say you goodbye. Allah Hafiz.